Hey guys, so I don't know if you just saw that Texas race. Might as well be Talladega, and also Martinsville, because NASCAR seems to be doing this thing where they're allowing the WWE type fans to just rule this landscape. And at this point, it's a little bit ridiculous. And honestly, I'm pretty fucking tired of watching this series. Now, whether or not I'll stop watching after this, probably not. I'll see where the championship goes and see how that rolls. But let me just be clear of why I'm angry. I'm angry because somebody who led 300 laps of a race that they pretty much had won with 9 laps to go, or when did that caution come out? With about 15 laps to go? Pretty much had that race won, and there goes the 20 car. Of course it's the 20 car, going slow on the front stretch. No problems with his car, but NASCAR throws the caution. Now, explain to me why that caution came out, and maybe I'll be okay and I won't be so angry. But NASCAR did nothing. They showed nothing. There was no debris. The 20 didn't have any tires down. There was nothing wrong with his car, but yet he slowed down on the front straightaway, went into turn 1 on the apron, and they threw the caution. I don't know about you guys, but after seeing what the 20 car did, not only at Kansas, but also at Martinsville, and how Joe Gibbs Racing is all congratulating Jimmy Johnson in Victory Lane. I don't know about you, but I find that a little bit fishy. And I find it a little bit odd that, when somebody who has the race pretty much won from the drop of the green flag at the beginning of the race, that had no problems, carried their tires all the way to the end, never had an issue, flawless on pit road, flawless on the racetrack, and yet NASCAR wants to pull this bull crap, this bullshit, this stinking wad of crap out of their ass and pretty much ruin what was a pretty decent race. It was a decent race until the tomfoolery of what NASCAR loves to do, and I guess this is what NASCAR has become, so I shouldn't even be bitching about it, honestly. But the WWE fans of NASCAR got their money's worth. Jimmy Johnson didn't deserve to win that race, but kudos to him, he outdrove Brad Keselowski. That's not my problem. My problem is nobody is consistent with their rage. I was going to make a Matt Kenseth video, and my stance on it was that was crazy, but I see why he did it, because he thought that, hey dude, he did me wrong at Kansas, even though he really didn't, but that's still what he felt. He felt like, hey dude, I got done wrong at Kansas, and I'm going to go take somebody out, and that's totally fine with me. But I didn't agree with the way that he took him out. Not at all. Just spin the guy out. He already hit him at the beginning of the race. About 150 laps in, he bumps Logano out of the way. Matt Kenseth does, and then it was over. And Joey Logano didn't do anything to him. And then under the restart, Matt Kenseth is slamming Joey Logano. And nobody is consistent with their rage. Kevin Harvick did the same shit at Talladega. Took people out to make the chase. This is asinine. Where is the governing body that is supposed to lay down the rules and what the rules are and what you're supposed to do, but yet they throw out these phantom bullshit cautions to try to hype up this fake fucking excitement for nothing. For nothing. It's nothing. This isn't racing. It's sports entertainment at this point. When you've got people that'll go out and ruin people's championships, go out and wreck people to make the chase, you're losing many, many fans who actually care about racing. Half of these people that are like, oh man, woohoo, fuck Brad Keselowski, fuck Joey Logano. You don't like racing. You don't like racing. You cannot seriously sit there and claim that you like motorsports, that you like racing, when NASCAR and multiple drivers in the field are being complete fucknuts. It's just crazy. And then you set up a chase system where you're supposed to go balls deep every lap and try to win the race and do whatever you can. And then Brad Keselowski does it at Texas and accidentally fucks up Jeff Gordon. And, you know, if you guys want racing and you guys want to follow people who actually race, then be consistent. Be consistent, because you're as inconsistent as NASCAR is. The fact that everybody was cheering in the stands because Jimmy Johnson got past somebody who led 312 laps of that race, and somebody who led 6 laps total of the end of the race, it's just crazy. It's mind-boggling. The amount of retardation that is in the fans and the governing body of NASCAR. This is crap. This is absolute bullshit. And if we're going to keep allowing this to happen, we might as well make it to where nobody in the whole entire field is allowed to get away from a race unscathed. It might as well be a demolition derby where they send each other around backwards and forwards, driving the right way and driving the wrong way and slamming into each other's noses and possibly killing people to see who the fuck is going to win the championship. Because this isn't NASCAR. This is bullshit. Go look at NASCAR back in the 90s and the 80s. This is crap. Even the beginning of the early 2000s, NASCAR was still decent. And they had amazing racing, amazing cars, amazing drivers who would put it out on the line to win a championship. And the championship battles were a lot more interesting because you'd have guys that had to run consistent, had to win. What's the difference with now and then? Well, we've got a fucked up governing body. We've got stupid fucking fans that don't understand what racing is. And if they honestly condone the bullshit that is going on, if you can honestly say, oh, that caution was legitimate, it wasn't meant to make the field come back together and make an exciting finish, then you're fucking stupid. And if you also think that what Matt Kenseth did at Martinsville was justified, you're fucking retarded. Half of the people that sit there and say, oh wow, I was a Earnhardt Sr. fan and I loved Earnhardt. Dude, you don't understand that what Earnhardt did best was driving people hard. He would wreck people. That's a totally different story. He would run people over for nothing to do. It was because he wanted to win so bad that he'd go out and do it. He'd go and make it happen. But what you fuckers don't get is, you don't understand what hard racing is. And I know that we haven't seen it in the past few years with these bullshit faggoty-ass drivers that we've got in the series, like Jimmy Johnson and, well, I don't even want to use Jeff Gordon as an example, because he'll go out and wreck people no matter what, and it won't even matter, and people don't care then either. And then you got people who will manipulate the points to get one of their teammates in. Everybody was against that, but when Kevin Harvick dumps people at a super speedway and wrecks half the field behind him, nobody cares. Nobody fucking cared. And NASCAR didn't care. But yet, we'll go after somebody that dumped somebody at Martinsville maliciously with such intent that it's crazy. And yet, Matt Kenseth is one of the guys that sat there and dumped people at fucking Phoenix against Brian Vickers. He did the same shit. And then he sat there and condemned Brian Vickers for saying, yeah, he said he was going to go out there and did it, and then he did it. He was going to go out there and wreck me, and he did it. And it's like, motherfucker, you're the same shit. You did the same shit. The inconsistency within this sport, air quotes on sports, because this is bullcrap. This is the biggest shit that I have ever seen personally in my life. It's worse than, baseball teams being rigged. It's just, baseball games being rigged are worse, or not worse, they're even better than what we've got going on in NASCAR right now. This is absolutely 100% bullshit. And if you honestly can sit there and say that you're a motorsports fan and that you like racing, there shouldn't be phantom cautions, there shouldn't be assholes that are unjustified in wrecking people, being able to wreck people, and you should be sat out for the rest of the season. And, above all, there shouldn't be some dipshit in the 20. And I've defended this guy before at Charlotte, and I'm pretty sure that he knew there was nothing wrong. He slowed down to make a fucking caution. That's exactly what he did. Because you can't sit there and say that there was something that flew off his car and that's why there was a caution. Because they didn't even show what the fuck the caution was for. All they did was point the fucking camera at Eric Jones going into turn 1 on the fucking flat and then say, hey dude, there's a caution. And they did it earlier with Kevin Harvick. But at least he blew a tire. At least there was something wrong that they had to throw the caution for. It's just bullshit. And they did it to Dale Earnhardt Jr. earlier in the race. They didn't throw the fucking caution whenever it looked like he had some fucking problems. So I don't understand this third degree that we always hold against these Penske drivers. Are you mad that they're good? Are you mad that they're fast? Are you mad about that? Because you can honestly not say that they're dirty drivers. I don't think I've ever seen in the past few years Brad Keselowski just go out and wreck somebody on purpose. I don't think you've ever seen it. And any time that he's ever, even in his nationwide career, he would always get roughed up for no fucking reason, just like Joey Logano in the Nationwide Series, against Kevin Harvick, against Denny Hamlin, a bunch of motherfuckers. You always see these guys get roughed up for no reason, and then when they retaliate and try to take it into their hands and make sure that the shit doesn't keep happening, you people just seem to have this weird conception of what you want. You don't want racing. You want guys going out and taking each other out. You want bullshit excitement, not even real racing. What we saw with Jimmy Johnson and Brad Keselowski was real racing, but they shouldn't have even been in that situation because of that bullshit caution. You cannot tell me that that is okay. You can't. It's unjustifiable. You can't. And I'm sure you are some of the people that sit there and say, oh, well, since it's not my driver, I don't care. Like, really, motherfucker? Are you stupid? Are you fucking ignorant? I'm sure I'll get shitloads of hate on this video, and I don't really care. I kind of want my sport back. I want to see legitimate racing without any bullshit interruptions for fake cautions, and I want to see legitimate, clean racing that's hard. You know, you can beat fenders, you can do whatever the fuck you want, as long as you don't wreck a motherfucker to win. Logano wrecked that motherfucker because he was blocking. We saw it with Tony Stewart in the July race at Daytona. He just held his line, and Busch just wrecked right over the front of him. We've seen Dale Earnhardt Jr. knock the fuck out of people for getting in his way and blocking. We've seen Jeff Gordon do the same shit. We've seen Tony Stewart do the same shit. Martin Truex Jr. do the same shit. Kyle Busch do the same shit. And nobody cares. They just don't care when it comes to Penske drivers. Penske drivers, oh no, they're not even a part of the sport. They're just bullshit. You guys need to look at what you're saying, look at what you're doing, and realize that you guys are a bunch of two-faced, backward-ass motherfuckers. So that's all I gotta fucking say. And if the governing body doesn't get their shit together, I'm done watching. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that feel the same way. I'm fucking done. I'll watch to the end of the season, and if they keep pulling more bullshit, because this is 3 races in a row that they've pulled stupid bullshit, and multiple years in the making of pulling stupid bullshit. So if they keep fucking doing it, I'm out. I'm done. I'll go watch sports car racing. At least you'll see dudes racing hard and hitting each other at a road course, and the governing body isn't fucking stupid. They're not stupid. They won't pull stupid bullshit. If you like the sport, stay in the sport. You don't need this phony baloney bullshit. Oh yeah, well, here's this debris caution when there's no debris on the track. Or a car is going a little bit too slow for our liking, but he gets off the racetrack. But the second that, they get back up on the track, they're fine. And they have no problem. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's bullshit. Look up the definition of ridiculous and what's another good word? Ridiculous and manipulation. And you've got NASCAR defined very well. I mean, shit. That's a clear-cut definition. Go look up those two. See you guys later. Bye. Fuck.